When I have a thought, I gotta let it out. It's a bright spot that I can't even doubt. My opinions, my point of view, even if things are a little chopped and screwed. So yeah, even if you disagree. So yeah, even if I'm not in your pedigree. So yeah, especially if you agree. So yeah, so yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you're listening to it. Welcome to the So Yeah podcast. I messed up my hair. With your girl, Caroline M. Diamond. I want to talk today about men. And more specifically, like basic things that like I think that men should be doing that I don't think are like asking for too much. Some of those things include being thoughtful. Okay, I hear all the time that like, oh, women never say what they want. They speak in code. Are they speaking in code or are you not listening? I understand. It's anytime I talk, it's not all or nothing. I speak in most and some, okay? So, not all men, not all women, okay? Like, please use fucking discernment. For the love of God, use discernment when you listen to somebody speak. Thank you. So I believe that sometimes men like to put it on the women that, oh, they talk in code, they never say what they want. Most of the time we do say what we want. You just don't listen. You don't take that into consideration. Be thoughtful. I think in general, most people need to be more thoughtful, but listen. Escuchar. Please, for the love of God, listen to the song here in my heart. You know what I mean? Also, because I've never been in a relationship before, for a long time I was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm a woman, like, we can be equal, da 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 da. I've been alone this long. I'm gonna ask for what I want. As I'm manifesting a partner, do I want them to pay for things? I do, actually. I do want to be taken care of financially in a way. Not like to say that, like, I don't contribute in any sort of way, but, like, my future man has to have money. I'm sorry, he does. We need to be like, yes, we can be growing, we can be evolving, we can do all that stuff, but, like, if I've been alone this long, I'm not building a bitch. I'm just not doing it. I don't want to do it. Like, yeah, you should pay for dinner. You should be chivalrous. You should open the door. Open the door before I walk through it. Open my car door. If I'm walking down the street, a real man is somebody that's walking closer to the actual street. We're walking down the sidewalk, okay? Move me over if I am closer to the street than the grass, okay? Because that's a true man. That's a sign of a man, okay? I believe that. Because there's parts of me that like are maternal, not like necessarily falling into these like societal norms and stuff, but like I am maternal, I am caring, I am giving. Like when I have a partner, like I think I'll be an amazing girlfriend. I really do. I think I'll be an amazing partner to somebody someday. But I want to be given. I want to share. I want to give parts of myself. I really do. But, like, also, like, you got to step up to the plate. Like, I'm not waiting this long to have somebody lower level. And I really believe that if you don't add to my life, there's no reason for you to be here. I've been alone for 31 years now. I can be alone. The proof is in the pudding, mama. Like, I've been independent. And if you subtract, there's no need for you to be here. I have plenty of other relationships in my life that I highly value, that I highly appreciate, that I need in my life. But I don't need you, really. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're like giving me something that I don't get from somewhere else, amazing. But at the same time, it's like, you better add, babes, because I'm going to add to your life. I am. I can say that with 100% certainty that whomever I end up with, they are going to feel incredibly nourished by the love that I give them. And I hope to receive the same. And I don't think that's asking for too much. I don't. Kind of in the same world of like relationships and stuff, there's nothing that pisses me off more than seeing couples content online. Every time I see like a couples content, I'm like, this is, and again, this is my opinion. You can disagree with me. I am so disgusted, annoyed, yucked out from couples content. Like, oh babe, let me just set up my tripod and film us doing this. Like, I just, like, it just feels disgusting to me. And then there's also nothing worse than a pranking couple. Oh my God. Like, I hate being frightened. I hate being frightened. Why? No. For laughs and clicks online, you're going to prank me for the internet to see? No, no. I hate couples content. I don't think it's funny. I think it's lame. I think it's loser behavior. And then you might be like, oh, Caroline, you're just acting like that because you're not in a relationship. You don't get it, okay? I'm happy to not get it then. Because y'all look stupid. Y'all look lame, okay? Ugh. Yuck! This section of the podcast is called Currently, and it's everything that I am currently reading, watching, and listening to. And I finally have a reading update because for a long time in this section of the podcast, I read the first 2 books in the Heated Rivalry series, which is technically the Game Changer series. But I stopped after the second one because I think there's 5 or 6 in the series currently. And I decided to like switch it up a little bit, and I decided to read a memoir. And that memoir is Hello Molly from Molly Shannon, whom I love, like from SNL. Like I always found her like incredibly funny and inspiring and just like such a great character actress. And her book, holy shit, like she really has been through the fucking ringer. Like, not to give too much away, but when she was like 4 years old, her family got into this car accident and her entire family was in the car. Her dad was driving, her mom was in the front, and the 3 sisters, including Molly, were in the back seat, and her cousin. And her dad was driving and he was like kind of a drinker, but it was like he was tired and whatever. They got into a car accident. They like basically like wrapped around a tree. Her mom died, her baby sister died, and her cousin died when she was like 4 years old. Like crazy. And you know, that just like really kickstarted like the trajectory of her entire life. Obviously something not traumatic, but it was just really inspiring to read like how she moved through it, how she overcame it, and she's just so exceptional. And I just found it like very inspiring story. And also like how she kind of got started in showbiz. Like she was a hustler. She really did whatever it took to get herself out there. And I find that really inspiring, especially with where I'm at currently in my life. Like I need to just push a little bit harder. I need to go a little more. And I really believe that where I'm going, I'm going to get to, but I really just got to put in the work. So it was really inspiring read. And if you're looking for like an industry type of inspiring book to read, I totally suggest Hello Molly by Molly Shannon. As for what I'm listening to, KACEY Musgraves is coming out with new music. If you have taste, which hopefully everybody on this podcast does that's listening, Golden Hour is one of the best albums ever made. It's definitely in my top 5 albums of all time. And I liked Star-Crossed, the album that came out after that, her divorce album. And I love Deeper Well. Like those 3 albums and that kind of trilogy, like They're so good. And everybody's like, oh, nothing compares to Golden Hour. I'm like, let artists evolve. Let them change. Let them figure out new sounds and like what works for them and what doesn't. Like, please let artists do this. But anyway, she's coming out with new music and she came out with a new single and it's called Dry Spell and it's all about how she hasn't had sex in like almost a year. And I was like, babe, is this play about us? Because I feel you, sister. Like, me and KACEY Musgraves, like, we're living parallel lives. Like, when the Deeper Well album came out, her last album, with that leading single, like, it really shook me. It shook me to my core, all right? And I was obsessed with that album. I have the poster up on my wall because Madison and I went to like a listening party at like a vinyl store and it was like so fun. But anyway, she's coming out with new music May 1st. I am so excited for it and I can't wait to listen to it. As for what I'm watching, I have watched this movie before. I love this movie. It's definitely one of those movies that I saw as a young girly that really shaped me into who I am. And this might be kind of bad, but like maybe not. So this is why like representation is so important with like all different types of races and ethnicities and stuff like that, which I really believe representation's everything. And for me personally, whenever there's a redhead lead, I'm like, that's me. All my favorite movies have redhead leads. The Parent Trap, the best movie of all time. Lindsay Lohan. Titanic, Kate Winslet. All right. And the movie I want to talk about today is Moulin Rouge. This movie is it's camp, it's insanity, it's yearning, it's love, it's heartbreak, it's so many things wrapped into one, and it's crazy cuckoo. And I love a little crazy. Hello, have you met me? Yes, you have. And it's also Baz Luhrmann. We love Baz Luhrmann in this house. It's like opulence. It's literally what I've been talking about on the podcast for over a year now, which my podcast came out in June, which we're coming up on that. Hey, and look at me sticking to something. Yeah. Anyway, but you know how I talk about on the podcast about how much I love set design when you can feel the set, you feel the real shit. And that's a Baz Luhrmann production, okay? And that set is stunning. The makeup, stunning. The costuming, stunning. The acting, like, I am so into Ewan McGregor. Like, it's a problem in that movie. Like, it's a problem. Like, why can't I love the Duke? You know what I mean? I mean, I do, like, for money reasons, but like, he's also kind of like not as cute, and like just like the yearning, like the poor, you know, man who like is a poet. Like, I don't know why, like that just like rubs me the right way and then also the wrong way on the other side. But Nicole Kidman eats this roll up, like when she is throwing her body around the room. Oh, like obviously I watched that as a young girl, which kind of inappropriate for me to be watching at a young age, but whatever. The world is gross, all right? At least I wasn't in the Epstein files. I stand with survivors. Amen. But she is just so over the top, obnoxious, ridiculous, and I just truly feel that I took so much of that energy and I put it into who I am. And we watched it the other day, and it is just so fantastic. 'Cause my roommate Jasmine had never seen it before, and I was like, put it on the TV. Put it on the TV. And I know I haven't seen the Broadway musical, but I heard it's like not that good. But and I think it's closing soon. It's always sad when a Broadway musical closes, but I love the movie Moulin Rouge, and it made a lot of who I am. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Hello, a goodbye. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the So Yeah podcast. And, you know, I never take it for granted people listening, watching, consuming it, wherever you're watching it. And do me a solid. Give it 5 stars. Don't give it 1 star if you hate it. Just, like, leave, you know? Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. Oh. Period. So yeah.